Hi, welcome back to Tammy's Beauty Tutorials. Today I wanted to do a daytime look, so I'm going to use just some daytime, like something that you do every day. So I'm going to use kind of neutral tones, some brown, and then I'm going to show you on I'm going to hopefully either today or next week, I'm going to film a nighttime look. So there'll be a part 2. So that way you can see a daytime and a nighttime makeup look is my goal. So let's get to it. I haven't done anything, nothing's on my face. So let's get into it. So I always start out with like under eye to kind of help with any like bags under eyes, so that way it just kind of helps like brighten up the under eye area. So I have been using from Origins Mega Bright, and this is what it kind of looks like. I don't know if I can get a good angle on that, but it's kind of, that's what it looks like. And it's really good. I like how it looks and how it feels on my under eye, and I do think it really helps. And I definitely need some today because it's just, last week was a really long, tiring week, and definitely feel like all my under eyes kind of shows. So this just kind of helps like kind of reduce the puffiness and the dark circles under your eyes. So that just always kind of helps. And just kind of pat that. Try not to rub your under eyes too much. You kind of want to pat the under eyes because your under eyes are more sensitive and it's thinner skin. So you don't want to rub too hard. And then, of course, I always use moisturizer. And I just recently found this. And this has been so good. I found it at my work at Beauty Brands. And no, I'm not sponsored by Beauty Brands, even though I worked there. I know I've said that before, but I just like to say that. So it's the BareMinerals Butter Drench, and it's a really thick cream. I don't know if you can see that, but it's super thick. I mean, you can even see, like, it's not coming out, but it's super thick. And I wish I could have found this in the wintertime when I'm super dry, because I don't even think I really need my oil that I've been using for during the drier time, because like right now my skin is not, since it's starting to warm up, I'm not, as it's starting to get not as dry, but this cream is so thick, and I don't know, see how thick it is? It's just so good. I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely, I'm so glad I bought that, and it's probably my new favorite moisturizer. BareMinerals, I don't think people really talk enough about how good BareMinerals is. I love a lot of their skincare and a lot of their products. Yeah, if you haven't tried some of their stuff, you should really try it. I know a lot of people talk about their powders and stuff and their foundations, but they have a lot more than just powders. So yeah, try it. It's really good. Really enjoying it. I'm gonna put my bangs back. Oh, let me get it. This is a big hair clip. Okay, so next I'm going to go into primer. Even though I said I don't feel like I need it, I still have been using the Smashbox primer oil, just because, and like I said, I've been using it the whole winter, and everything. I just really like it, and I do think it kind of really helps with my dry skin. Um, but since but I don't think, and I don't really need it in the hotter months. So the more it gets hot here in Kansas, I won't need it as much. Because I do notice that my skin, like I said, now that it's getting hotter, I'm really not needing it as much. I went to southwestern Kansas and I didn't pack it since it's a glass bottle. And I didn't want it to like get all over my bags. So I actually didn't pack it. And I didn't even miss it. My skin still looked really good. My makeup still went on really smooth. So I will probably not be using it as much as it starts getting hotter here. So you will start seeing in my videos me not using it as much because my skin's not as dry as it was in the colder months. And then I started using the Becca Backlighting primer, and I really enjoy that. Mine is just a little sample size. And then this is what it looks like on the coming out. And I really enjoyed this. I will probably purchase sometime. I don't know when, because I have a lot of primers to go through. I will probably purchase a full size because I have so enjoyed this primer. It is so good. And I've tried one of the other primers by Becca, and I did not enjoy it. And I also did not enjoy their foundation one time. It just did not look good on my skin, and it probably just wasn't because it wasn't meant for dry skin. But this primer I have loved. So it's just super hydrating, and it kind of like leaves your skin looking like super glowy, and I really like that. So yeah. And then foundation, I've been using the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Hydrating Foundation, and I'm in the shade 212, Skin Tone Light, and the undertone is neutral. And I really love that. It's been a really good foundation. The coverage is really nice. I've really enjoyed it. I'm just going to press this into my skin, and I'm using the Benefit brush, and it's heart shaped because they do every year they do one for breast cancer awareness, and this is like a couple of years ago, the brush, but they do one every year. So this one, it wasn't from last year, it was from a couple of years ago, but they do one every year. So, and half it, I don't know what's the percentage, but they raise money for that, for breast cancer. And I just thought that was really cool that they do that. And so I bought this brush, and it is one of my favorite foundation brushes. So if you get a chance to get one, it is really good. And and I can't remember how much it was, but it's really good. But it's not Benefit, my bad. It's It Cosmetics. It Cosmetics brushes breast cancer. So my bad. It Cosmetics. It Cosmetics. I will get it right. Like I said, last week was really crazy. I think my brain is a little scrambled from last week. So, trying to catch up from last week, I guess. So, forgive my brain for not working. Anyway, so then I take my sponge, my beauty sponge, and it is the Real Techniques. You guys know that that is my favorite beauty sponge, and I just kind of work that into my skin, like go all over everything to make sure that everything is pressed in my skin and is looking good before we move on to brows. Okay. So I'm going to go right into the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and I'm in the shade Ebony. I think I have said that before. Okay, let's get my mirror a little closer. I'm going to brush the hairs up. Just kind of fill in where I need to. I'm so glad that the weather is starting to be good, because I am so tired of winter. Yay for spring. And oh my gosh, the time change, so good, so good. It's so nice to get off late and it not feel like midnight anymore, because you know, on my late nights when I get off at 9 o'clock, it's not as bad. Or even on Sunday, not being dark already, it's kind of nice. I'm kind of excited about that, because that's the one thing bad about when, yeah, it is, yeah, I know I need to fix this side because it kind of got a little crazy. But like I've said before, that is one thing good about doing your brows and then doing concealer, because if you make any mistakes, it's so easy to clean that up. I just kind of, and this also will help brighten up my underneath, under my eyes, and get rid of those bags and dark circles. Because once again, a little tired. So glad today is my day off from work. I mean, not that I had a lot of days off last week, just because of what was going on last week, but just some personal things, and I had to go out of town, and just a lot of things. But anyways, super excited, and this morning get my kids ready for school. I made my oldest one mad because he does not want to go to school on Thursday because they have like the celebration day, but he doesn't get to participate in it because they missed school last week, so they don't get to participate. And he's like, I don't get why I have to go to school. I just have to sit in study hall. It's not fair. And I was like, because you missed school last week, so you still have to go, you know. And he thinks I'm just like the meanest mom in the planet. It's kind of ridiculous. I was like, because you have to go to school, dude. You have to go to school. You can't just miss school because you don't want to go. That's not how that works. You know, does your kids want to skip school all the time? I mean, I get that school is sometimes tough and is not always fun. But I feel like my kids just hate school so much. They will find any reason to get out of it. Okay, so then I'm going to go into my Wet n Wild Contour Palette Contour and Duleche. I always say that wrong. I swear sometimes. And so I'm going to go into the lighter shade to set everything that I put concealer on, so I have no creasing or bunching. But this will help also brighten up everything and making all that under eye area look a little brighter. And on the lid, it will help your eyeshadow perform and go on smoother and go. And that stick that I put on, not only used obviously a concealer to like help kind of arch my eyebrow, and then I also used an eyeshadow primer. And now I'm setting everything so everything will go on, will not crease, bunch, because you want everything to go smooth, your eyeshadow to lay smooth. That is like the whole goal. Everything to be smooth and flawless. Just kind of give you the reason of everything. And now I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me powder for my under eye area to kind of catch the fallout, and also to kind of get that shape that I want for the eyeshadow right here. I kind of carved that out. Okay, so I'm going to go into the Latte 2 palette. It's on this side. So I have all my makeup on a cart that I kind of move around to room because it makes it easier. So I had to start. So this is the Latte 2 palette by Dominique Cosmetics. I don't think I've used it yet. And then I also, if I need to, I might dip into like the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, but I'm going to try to stay to one palette. But this is the palette, and it's so pretty. This is one of my newer palettes, but I want to, the reason why I decided to use this, because this would be a good everyday palette. Yes, it has like a few pops of colors on this end, but then, and it has only like 3 shimmer shades, and I think that's really nice because you don't really need a lot of shimmer shades for like every day, because typically I only really use the matte shades, and you could still do like an all matte shades if you wanted to. You could do or you could do some shimmer, you could do both, but but this is a really nice palette, and it just is a really beautiful palette. and it has some really nice neutrals with some fun pops of color, so you can really amp up a look or keep it neutral. So it's a really nice one. And I can't remember how much it is off the top of my head, but I don't think it was that bad. I think it was very reasonably priced. Yeah, so that is what I'm doing today. Like I said, I want to create like a daytime look, so I'm going to keep it very neutral and not go too crazy with smoking it out or anything. Just something that you could do every day, going to work, running your errands, just everyday eyeshadow look that you could do every day. That is my goal. Because I know like most of my looks lately have been way outside the box, so I really want to do something that you could do every day. So I'm going to start off with Frothy, and it's this kind of this creamy white shade right here, and I'm using the JH2. It's 20, but you know, I kind of rubbed off a little bit, so I could be wrong. I'm just being honest on that. I'm just gonna put this all over my lid. I always like to throw down, even though I did set my eyelid, I just like to have a base shade of eyeshadow down. Okay. So maybe to Cafe no Leche, and it's kind of this creamy shade, this cream shade. No, I'm just going to put this in my crease. Well, I think it's any shadow look, it's building and blending, and just I think that totally helps on getting it to look good, is just blending it out, because I always get asked, oh, how do you do that? Oh, I could never do that. Oh, if I use those shades, I would look like a clown and it would be all the way up here. I don't know how you do that. I practiced. I was scared to use the right shades. I was scared to do it too. And all I did was practice, and I just like love makeup so much that I just really practiced. And it was like outside of my comfort zone at one time too. And I just really loved it so much that I wanted to practice, so that way I feel confident in doing it. So practice. That's I think that if you want to practice and try it out, that's the way. And then I'm going to go into the Blonde Rose, and it's this really pretty yellow shade. I just really think that's so pretty. And I just want to like warm that up to kind of give it. And I'm using a Sigma brush. Yes, E40. Yay! I can read it. It's not all rubbed off, or I'm like, I can't read it. Because some of the numbers, I guess the way I hold them, I don't know, I can't read it, or I just have really bad eyesight. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too old, who knows. I feel like I'm squinting though sometimes when I'm reading them, I'm like, Need a magnifying glass to read them. You guys would laugh. I would laugh at myself. Okay, back into the first shade, the Cafe con Leche. I don't think I'm saying that right. I just feel really dorky and stupid when I say it. I'm sure that somebody will say it correctly and say, no, you're saying it all wrong. And you're a dork. And I'm like, yes, yes, that is me. And also, I'm thinking of some hair videos to record. If any of you have any ideas of some hair videos you want to see, let me know in the comments. Just so that way I know what you guys want to see. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the brown. And I'm going to do Cafe Siete, I don't know. Another shade that I can't pronounce. No, this one. Right here on the end. I really wish I could figure it out, like my setting on my camera, because I hate that the color change when I like put something up. It's so annoying that sometimes like it goes really like yellowy and then changes. Like, oh, it's so annoying. I don't know why. Maybe someday I'll figure it out. Just kind of pack that in. Kind of build that up. I know spring break is coming up soon for all the schools, and around here where you got, what about spring break? Is anybody got big trips planned? Of course, I mean, with the virus and everything, that's kind of, I know I have clients that are not going on vacation now because of it. Super scary. We weren't going on vacation anyway, so we are staying here And then I'm back into that yellow shade, the Blonde Roast. And this, back to this palette, kind of talk about it. So the Latte 2 by Christian Dominique and Dominique Cosmetics. So her first original palette, because obviously Latte 2 means that there's a Latte 1 palette. So if you don't know the backstory on this brand or the palette, Christian Dominique is a YouTuber, and she launched her own line. And her first launch was called the Latte palette, and it was really good. It's a wonderful palette. I wish I would have got it, and you know, I probably still will get it eventually. But it's a beautiful neutral palette, and it's kind of has a coffee theme just like this one. And the reason why she named it Latte, because her and her mom, and I believe her sisters, no, not her and her mom and her grandma used to sit around and drinking lattes together, and that's why she named it the Latte palette. Anyway, so she named it the Latte palette, and it was just a really cute, like, homage to her family. And then her grandmother passed away of cancer, and so then for the celebration of, like, the birthday of her company, they did the Latte too, and then to honor her grandma, they also donated the money to St. Jude's. So I think that's really cool. So if you want this palette, Dominique Cosmetics, and you can, and also it will contribute to the St. Jude's, and the colors are amazing, and it blends out super good, as you can see, and it is a very nice everyday palette. Like, if you're wanting something that you can use every day and doesn't have crazy colors but still has like a few pops of colors, then this is a very nice palette. Because you can, and it's very versatile. Like, you don't have to do the same looks, because I've used it like several times, and I don't do the same looks every time with it. Even using, you know, you can change it up really nice. But yeah, so and I think that was, and another thing that is kind of neat about her brand, the reason why, so the shade, the pan sides, she wanted you to be able to dip different kinds of brushes in it. So you can use this for a highlight, you can even use the yellow shade as an under eye corrector, but you can use these shades for different things. You could probably use the pink for a blush, but you could use things for different things. You don't have to use them just for eyeshadows. So that is really kind of a neat thing about her line, that the eyeshadows, and this makes really easy traveling the way it folds up, and there is a nice mirror and everything, so it is very travel friendly. I actually did take it on my trip to southwestern Kansas, and it was very easy to travel with. So if you need something nice to travel with and want something for every day and only want to travel with one palette, you could totally use this palette for that. and not have any problems and still be able to create a lot of various different looks with it. Now, did I travel with one palette? No, I did not, but I have a severe makeup problem. But I feel like you guys know that enough about me to know that I have a problem, and that I probably took like 20 palettes. You know, if we're being honest. And then I'm going to put this shimmer shade on my lid, and it's called Drizzle. It's this shade right here. Right there. Okay, now I'm going to highlight. And I'm going to use Frappe. And it's this lighter shimmer shade right here. And you could use this, like I said. I could highlight this if I wanted to. Like my Cupid's bow. Right in here. And it is a beautiful shade. Dust all this away. Now, since we are kind of keeping this daytime, I am not going to do as much under my under eye as I normally do. Now, if you wanted to, you could totally put this underneath your under eye and make it really like bring out color and like really pop that out. But since I'm trying to do a really natural look and a little softer, I'm not going to, but a part of me wants to because it totally that's what I have. But I'm trying to keep it a little more natural and not go crazy. But a part of me really wants to, because I really do like that. It's called Matcha. I'm really trying not to go crazy. I didn't realize how hard it was for me not to do. I'm like, yes, I want to. So I'm going to go with just that creamy shade, the Cafe con Leche, and just kind of blend that, the darker, because I went with the coffee beans, the darker color that I used. And I forgot to say that. The darkest color in my outer V is coffee beans. And I think that coffee beans is so pretty for the darkest brown. And I love the name of it because I immediately, that it reminds me of that. And it's such a pretty dark neutral brown. I love it. I think it's such a great brown. Like, I'm like totally in it. Okay, so now I'm going to put on a little eyeliner, but I'm just going to kind of like tight line them. I actually really want to keep it simple, and I don't want like a wing eyeliner or anything. And I'm going to use the Tarteiest, and I'm just going to do the liquid, because I like the liquid side better than the pencil side. Okay, so then I'm going to go into eyeliner. Not eyeliner, I just did eyeliner, duh. I'm going to go into mascara, and I'm using the Buxom Blackest Black. But there is the eye look. I just kind of kept it really simple, like I said, on the eye look, and just really tried to. Then this is my brow gel, and it's by Anastasia, and I'm an espresso. And now I'm going to bronze up my skin. I'm not going to use a contour because I just wanted to kind of, like I said, I want to keep it really simple, and I don't want to really chisel out anything because I wanted it to just be really daytime look versus nighttime. Because then when I do my nighttime look, I really want you guys to see the difference of what, you know, the difference would be. But you could also do like a really chiseled out type daytime look. But this would be but sometimes like in the morning when I work early in the morning, I don't do a heavy contour because for one, I don't have time to do it because I'm in a rush. So I even like just kind of bronze up my nose a little bit since I don't have time to do a really heavy contour on my, you know, and then I just kind of bronze like right here on my under to like make my under lip look a little fuller. And then I bronze right in here. And I'm using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm in shade I'm in the lighter one. I'm not in the darkest, I'm in the lighter one. Because obviously I'm really pale and the darker one would be way too much for me and it would look weird. And that just kind of gives a little bit of dimension and also makes me look like I have a little bit of tan and not washes me out. So then in blush, I'm going to use my Milani Luminoso. I'm just going to put a little color on my cheeks. And then I'm going to do Champagne Pop for highlight. And then Cupid's bow, nose. And then I'm going to set my face, and I got a new powder. I got the Milk makeup, and it is the light translucent light. Why can't I talk? All over, kind of help set everything in. And then lipstick, I just want to go, I'm going to do the brown blush by Maybelline. I just want to do something kind of neutral. So I gotta go with the eyes. You could do something super nude. You could whatever you like. I'm going to set my face. I'm using the Smashbox setting spray. Take my bangs down. But this is the finished look for my daytime look. What do you guys think? Comment below. I think this is a nice neutral look for every day. I could totally go out during the day, have something nice on my face, and not be overdone, or and I could also go to work with this and then still look really nice and still get a lot of nice compliments on how I look. But comment below, tell me if you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.